Hello, my name is Matthew Tink. In this presentation, I will discuss the Catholic Church and its importance in American history. While Catholics were often seen as outsiders in a Protestant majority nation, they would grow to become one of the largest single Christian bodies in the United States. Their story is one of struggle, resilience, and lasting influence on nearly every area of American life. Catholics were present in American colonies from the beginning, especially in Maryland, which was founded in 1634 as a haven for English Catholics. But across most of the colonies, Catholics were in the minority and faced suspicion. Anti-Catholic prejudice was common and at times even violent. In the colonial area, Catholics were a small and often persecuted group. In 1784, John Carroll, who would later become the first Catholic bishop of the United States, published an article titled Address to Roman Catholics of the United States of America. In it, he defended Catholic loyalty to the new republic, helping lay the foundation for American Catholic identity. After the American Revolution, the new nation guaranteed freedom of religion, and Catholics began to find more room to grow. Yet still, they remained a small minority until the great immigration waves of the 19th century. During the 1800s, millions of Irish Catholics fled famine and settled in America. They were soon joined by Italian, Polish, German, and Eastern European Catholics, and later by Hispanic immigrants from Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Latin America. These groups gave Catholicism a strong presence in American cities, where Catholic parishes became the heart of immigrant neighborhoods. But growth also meant conflict. Catholics were targets of anti-Catholic groups who accused them of being un-American and loyal to the Pope instead of the Constitution. Despite this discrimination, Catholic communities persevered and expanded. One of the greatest achievements of American Catholics was the building of institutions. Because public schools often discriminated against Catholic children, the Church created its own school system. By the 20th century, Catholic schools had educated millions of students, many of whom were children of poor immigrants. These schools lifted countless families in the American middle class. Catholics also built hospitals, charities, and orphanages. Catholic hospitals, in particular, became some of the country's largest and most trusted healthcare providers, often serving both Catholics and non-Catholics alike. These institutions were ways the Church shaped communities and met real social needs. The Catholic story is also tied to American politics. For generations, Catholics were seen as outsiders. That changed dramatically with the election of John F. Kennedy in 1960. As the first Catholic president, Kennedy symbolizes the Church's move into the mainstream of American life. Catholic leaders were also involved in major social issues. Activists like Dorothy Day founded the Catholic Worker Movement, which promoted justice for the poor and dignity for workers. Catholic bishops spoke out during civil rights movements, and Catholic parishes became places where immigrants could find faith and support. Catholicism remains the largest single denomination in the United States, with over 60 million members. It is powerful among Hispanic and immigrant communities, and it brings fresh energy and traditions into American Catholic life. From education to politics and culture, the Catholic Church continues to shape the American story. The Catholic Church's role in American history has been profound. What began as a small, persecuted minority grew into one of the most influential religious communities in the United States. Catholics helped build schools, hospitals, and charities. They influenced politics, fought for social justice, and welcomed waves of immigrants into American society. Most recently, the American Catholic community achieved a historic milestone when Pope Leo XIV became the first pope born in the U.S. The Catholic experience is, in many ways, the immigrant experience of America itself, facing hardship, struggling for acceptance, and ultimately shaping the nation's identity. This is why Catholicism is recognized as vital to America's religious history and diversity.